We are worth $1 million, and yet we still feel poor. And whether your number is 500,000, 800,000, or $3 million, this video is for you because it's very common for people as they build their net worth, as they have that safety net, as they start having enough money to think about retiring or being financially independent and quitting their job. It's very common for people to think, there's no way I can't do this. It's nowhere near enough. So in today's video, I want to share with you what's going on and what you can do to enjoy that money and to lose the bonds, lose the chains of feeling poor. Okay, so let's go for a walk. First, know that it is super, super common. And almost without a doubt, when I talk to people and I ask them, how much money do you think you would need in order to be financially independent? Almost without exception, it is double the amount they currently have. And frankly, I was surprised when I saw a research study by Boston College where they surveyed their donors, their alumni, people that have enough money that they can afford to write checks for $50,000, $100,000 to a university to support different programs or more. They did a study of their donors and asked that question. They had like 20, 30 questions, but a couple of them were about, how financially comfortable do you feel? Because obviously donors that feel more financially comfortable are more likely to be more generous with their donations. And you know what? Even families that had $100 million, or their wealthiest family had $500 million. And you know what the answer was? Almost without exception, no, I do not feel financially comfortable. I do not feel financially secure. And when asked how much they would need to have that, again, almost without exception, it was the same thing I saw. They wanted twice as much as what they currently have. So job number one is to know you're not alone. For some reason, this is the way we're wired. And maybe it was, a long time ago when we were evolving, no matter how much food we had stored up, we'd feel better if we had twice as more food. So maybe that's a survival thing. I don't know, but I suspect it is something like that, just given how consistent it is with the human experience. So that's the first one. The second step to freedom and feeling like you have enough to do the things that you need is to come up with a plan. Budget it out. Work with a professional and say, this is what my goals are. How much money do I need to be able to do that? And many of us can just use the 4% rule. The opposite of the 4% rule gets to the same place is take how much you're spending a year and multiply it by 25. So if you're spending, just to give me easy math, $100,000 a year, you multiply that by 25, and that would say you need $2.5 million in order to, using the 4% rule, give you the amount of money that you need. But you know what? Life is more complicated than that. First, I think the 4% rule is probably too conservative. There's multiple videos on YouTube about it. I agree. It probably is too conservative. It's really designed for the worst case scenario, where if you took 1,000 people, only 30 of those people would run out of money over a 30-year period. And really the goal is nobody, right? So it was a very, very small people would run the risk of running out of money using the 4% rule. But over half of those people are going to have more money when they pass away than when they retire. So I say all this to just say the 4% rule is probably keeping you working longer than you need to, is probably keeping you from feeling like you have enough. So how much is enough? Well, that's why you have to hire a financial advisor. I'm guilty. I know a lot of people watching are never going to hire a financial advisor. Most financial advisors charge about 1% a year of the money that they manage. People that are fiduciaries to you 100% of the time charge that, which is what I want you looking for. But if you're never going to hire a financial advisor, one inside secret, I'll let you inside of the tent here, and that is do not use an Excel spreadsheet. Don't use Google Sheets. It's too easy to forget about something. It's too easy to make a mistake. This cell is supposed to link to that cell, or for whatever reason it didn't. For instance, one of retirees' biggest expenses and one of the things that they can control is taxes. But it's not unusual for me to see somebody's plan that says, we want to live on $60,000 a year. And I ask them, we want to live on I gave myself hard math. We want to live on $50,000 a year. So we need $1.25 million to do that. And then I ask, well, does that include taxes or not? It's like, oh, no. This is money we want to spend. Well, okay, there's a big difference between $50,000 after tax and $50,000 before tax. So it's too easy to make a mistake. Use software that's designed to help keep you from making mistakes like that. The software I like is called Bolden. If you click on the link here, if you go to the link here or the link in the description, you'll be supporting the channel. This video is not sponsored by Bolden, but a small piece of what you pay to Bolden will go to support the station, and thanking Bolden for making this software and for working together so I can help get the word out. Okay, enough about that. So the next thing is to have a plan. And then another really key piece is to get comfortable with spending some of your money. Many of us are really good at saving money. And so spending any amount of money can be painful and can feel like you're jeopardizing your future. So one of your first things is to come up with a plan to help you start flexing that muscle, if you will, your spending muscle, so that spending any of it doesn't feel daunting to you. Because if spending anything from your savings feels daunting, then of course you feel poor, right? Because you don't feel like you have the freedom to spend the money that you've worked hard to save. And really, this is the purpose of your money, is to give you this freedom. So if you've saved up $500,000, if you saved up $750,000, $1 million, or $3 million, and you're still feeling poor, these are some of the main reasons. And then the next one is a really big one, which is oftentimes spouses are on a different page. And so one person wants to spend money one way, the next person wants to spend money the next way. Again, how do you get over that? You have a conversation, you plan for it, you see what things move the needle, you try to get on the same page with what things move the needle. So actually enjoying your journey until you retire and then enjoying your money is super critical. I hope you enjoy this setting sun here, and I think you'll enjoy this video here where I talk about 8 things to stop doing in your 50s and 60s in order to enjoy your journey when you retire, and hopefully you can enjoy spending your money. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.